What I wanted to bring to the character was just like this feeling of what it was like to be a 9-year-old in the 80s, and like what were my pop icons, because he and I are the same exact age, both born in '79. I was 9 in 1988, just like him, and I know what those movies meant to me. Everything from Star Wars to Back to the Future and the things in between. The movie, Footloose. The soundtrack was the same for our lives, so I was able to understand what it's like to be a child of the 80s, and imagine what I would be if I were swept away into space and allowed to pursue my alter ego.
Guardians is such a fantastic dysfunctional family. Can you walk us through the rest of the Guardians and what each of them kind of bring to the mix?
The rest of the Guardians, I mean, we're a vastly different bunch of misfits. We've got a knife-wielding maniac, we've got a gun-toting raccoon, we've got a muscle-bound tree, and we've got a deadly green-skinned assassin. And every one of them feels like an orphan, every one of them's running from something, and what they are running towards is ultimately one another and a chance to be a hero.
Can you tell us a little bit about Nebula and where she sort of fits into the Marvel universe?
So I played Nebula, who is the female villain of the film. She's basically making life as difficult as possible for the Guardians of the Galaxy, and she is a complete sadist. She puts men in headlocks. She's as bad as it gets.
Shaving your head, of course, is a massive sacrifice. Can you just talk a little bit about what made you so confident this was the right one to do that for?
I wanted to shave my head. I think I was looking for an excuse to do something drastic with my appearance anyway, so this was the perfect opportunity for me to just do something radical. I just wanted to play her as a deadly assassin and a warrior, and all she cares about is strength and killing. She's a killing machine. And then I guess the femininity came naturally from being a female. It's really fun to have two women in a film having conversations about other things other than men, which is a test that a lot of films fail. So this one definitely, comes up in that.
Josh Brolin voicing your slightly sinister adoptive dad. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Brolin's my dad. It was really cool. I mean, he did the voice afterwards. Sean Gunn, James Gunn, the director's brother, actually voiced it on set, which was really fun. He did a good job. But it was really cool. I mean, to be anything to do with Thanos, I know is very cool and important in the Marvel universe.
Well, the makeup took about 4 hours a day, but it was, I got really close to my makeup team. It was about five people on my makeup team, and they just kind of, propped me up and worked around me and kind of transformed me every day into Drax. But it was 4 hours, but it kind of just flew by because we were just having fun. I laughed a lot, and they cut it out. It was it was a fun cast. We all had a lot of fun, and we all improv'd a lot. So it was a lot of joking around. There was more than a few takes where we didn't keep straight faces. Where everybody just kind of burst out in laughter. But thank God for editing.
Tips from Dwayne Johnson at all?
No, I didn't really have contact with him when I left WWE and when moving into films, but I was able to speak to him at this past WrestleMania when we already wrapped on Guardians, and he was actually pretty helpful with some advice he had. Yeah, he just wanted, I was asking him how he balances both, because he still wrestles, still has film, and it's kind of it's a tricky thing to do, because especially like the Marvel universe and the WWE universe are so big. But yeah, he was very helpful in how I could balance both and make them work for me.
I think one of the things that we wanted to capture was just this fun, adventurous tone that we kind of felt was missing from movies for a long time. Where is that thing that we all grew up with in the 80s that was, super adventurous and kind of just exciting and comedic and not taking itself too seriously, but still having real stakes, and not being dark and dreary. One of the things when we cut the very first trailer for the film, we wanted to start with the bong and kind of have that very stark, heavy sci-fi shot, and then undercut it right away, because that's not the film we're making. We're making the fun film, and hopefully audiences walk away from it and they have a good time. I think for us, the idea of finding people that are passionate and have the skill and have what we think is the ability to do it, but have never been given kind of this sort of canvas, is something from the very beginning that we've really gravitated towards at Marvel, because it's easy enough to go out and to say, we'll hire A-list guy number one, and we'll hire A-list writer number one, and we'll hire A-list actor number one, and we'll put them all together, and we won't do a thing, and we'll just see what happens. And I think that a lot of movies are kind of cynical in that way, and you go, oh, where's the fun? Where's the excitement? And there's something great about walking on a line and trying to say, let's take a risk and let's do something out of the box. And I think that's really something we're passionate about, is how do we how do we kind of break the mold? How do we look other places? Like, let's look at every corner and try to find something that hasn't been done yet. You know, and that's really exciting for us. Yeah, I think the film does a really great job with effects. I mean, I think Rocket and Groot are really, really exciting. I think that they really work as characters first and foremost, and that's pretty cool. I think they work as characters first and foremost, and that's really exciting. So it's fun. It's fun times. I think that a story like this has not been told, especially with Marvel characters, ever before, and having the opportunity to go out into the universe and to kind of see the other side of the galaxy and visit all these crazy planets and see all these crazy characters and crazy costumes, but at the same time still ground it with this kid who carries a cassette tape and who is, you know, very much grounded in the 1980s on Earth, and he's got all these weird cultural references and he doesn't quite make sense, and he's a lot of fun, and it's exciting.
Fantastic to have you at the Guardians of the Galaxy premiere. Are you looking forward to it?
Yes, I'm really, really very excited to see it. Love a good Marvel film.
What's so special about Marvel? They seem to be doing everything right, don't they?
They're just magical, you know. They just make amazing movies, and I was introduced to it by Jim, and I'm just obsessed now.
Do you have a favourite Marvel hero, and does Jim have one?
Jim's, I don't know. I love Thor.
Why is that? I'm just wondering why you like Chris Hemsworth's character so much.
Looking. He's very good looking, I think that's why I like him. But he's cool and he saves everyone, he's really sweet. He's like a big guy with a big heart.
What's coming up for you at the moment? Obviously the product launch has been a massive success, hasn't it?
Yes, it has been really, really great. I'm launching more products later this year. I think there'll be another launch party in around October time, which of course you guys can come to. And yeah, it's very, very exciting at the moment.
I'm sure fans will want to know what kind of products are going to be in the next range.
I can't share that information yet. There's going to be obviously new colours of nails and lips. There's also going to be totally new products as well. I'm proud of my fans for just being so receptive to it, and just they've all been so supportive and amazing. So I just want to do a massive thank you to them.
And apart from the product launch, looking to the future, I mean, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Are you still going to be YouTubing, or do you think television and other media might be sort of exciting for you?
I don't know. I think we'll have to wait and see. I love you guys very, very much. I hope you're having a great day.
Fantastic to have you at the Guardians of the Galaxy premiere. Are you guys big Marvel fans? Are you big superhero fans?
Massive Marvel fans, like love our superheroes.
Avengers assembles.
Yeah, we love the Avengers, but this is new, like we've never seen anything like this before, so we're very excited.
If we weren't invited, we'd probably be standing with them guys, with our Avengers-esque suits.
I want to see
Vin
Diesel. I'd be in my Hulk costume, standing there.
You don't need it, Josh, you don't need it, you've already got it.
No, stop it, you.
What's coming up the rest of 2014?
Yeah, we've got a single out called Dirty Dancer on August 10th. We're doing a lot of promotion for that, a lot of TV, a lot of radio. We're very lucky because we're one of the acts of this year that are actually getting to get a single out, so we feel very lucky about
that. Debut headline UK tour, which is cool, which we're doing 6 dates, 2 of which are sold out already, the rest are near, so that's pretty cool as well.
And in August?
In August this year, so check it out livenation.co.uk.
Oh. For fans who haven't seen you live before, what can they expect if they are lucky enough to get tickets for that?
Nakedness. No singing, just stripping.
Yeah, it's basically just like a strip show with maybe the odd singing sound, maybe one harmony, but it's basically just getting naked, getting very sweaty and having a good time.
The new single, can you tell us a little bit about that, what we can expect for people who haven't heard that yet?
It's about Dirty Dancing. It's called Dirty Dancer. It's influenced by, we just sat in the studio one day and we were just speaking about something we've gone through together as a band. And one thing we haven't gone through is a big night out with Little Mix, and it kind of is influenced by that and other nights out we've had before as well.
Who's the best and worst Dirty Dancer in the band?
The worst is myself and the best is Jay. Definitely.
What makes you the worst? What do you do wrong and what does he do so right?
Everything. Let them answer. What do I do wrong?
There's nothing he does right, let's just put it that way. Boom!
As officially the best Dirty Dancer in the group, what's your signature move?
Go on, Jay, do it.
It's all about the hips, so we just shake the hips.
Yes, Jay!
Yeah, close up on that.
Have you got a message for your fans, anything you'd like to say?
We love you. Thank you for everything you've done for us so far. Please keep watching, keep up to date with what we're doing. We appreciate every YouTube view, every time you pre-order the single, and hopefully we can get into the charts. Thank you very much.
I love the Marvel movies, and my son occasionally shoves comics in front of me and says, no, this one is really good, you must read this one. So that's how it goes. As you'll appreciate, I'm fairly booked up at the moment. But, you know, I'm mostly here for Karen because she's in it. She's our girl, goes big.
What makes Karen such an extraordinary talent? Obviously, I mean, you're a big part of where she is now.
Well, it's something you don't get very often. I mean, she really is terribly talented, very, very serious about the acting. And, you know, she looks like that. You know, I mean, it's something else. You get one or the other usually, but she's that good. And she is 9 feet tall, which is so unusual.
We're so excited about the news we are going to get a 4th season and a special for Sherlock. Do you feel a sense of pressure? I mean, because the 3rd season really defied expectations in so many different and exciting ways.
Do you know, people talk about the pressure of success. I am in a position to tell you that the pressure of failure is a great deal more vicious. I think the pressure of success is just fine.
Last season really developed, I think, the on-screen bond between Martin and Benedict in so many interesting ways. It was much more character-driven, I think, than perhaps even the earlier seasons were. Is that something that you're looking to kind of continue? And especially now we've got Amanda on board as Mary as well.
Well, it's always like that, Sherlock. I mean, it has been from the very beginning. I mean, it's never exactly been mystery-driven. The original stories aren't particularly mystery-driven. You're sort of fascinated by Sherlock Holmes and his best pal. So that's how it works. It's terrible how... we were doing commentaries the other day, Mark and me and Sue and you know actually, and we're saying, goodness me, occasionally the plot just takes a wander off for about half an hour, doesn't it? Here, better remind people there was a mystery we were solving. That was the plan. We thought we'd bring it back and we'd make everybody think we'd gone soft. And it's absolutely true that Sherlock is substantially more human in the 3rd season than he is in the first 2. That doesn't necessarily make him better. In fact, as he demonstrates in the last episode, he's sort of worse than ever. But he's now capable of dating somebody, and he's capable of shooting someone in the face if he's cross. I'm not sure it's made him a better person to be more human, but he is more human.
The other major relationship with Sherlock, I guess, Andrew's phenomenal performance as Moriarty. I mean, how vital is it, do you think, for Sherlock to have someone like that to play against? And are we going to see him back, we hope, in season 4?
Well, Moriarty's very unpredictable. I never know when he's going to show up again. It's a complete surprise to me. So who knows what he'll do next? Is it important? You need great villains. But we had another great villain last year as well. We had Lars Mikkelsen as Charles Augustus Magnusson. So, but, you know, you don't need a great villain every episode. It's hard to top those two.
What for you made him the right next incarnation of this iconic character?
Well, I don't know. It's entirely instinctive. I don't think in any given moment there are that many people who are right for that part. I think it's a very small number in a given moment. David was perfect for then, Matt was perfect for then, and I think Peter's perfect for now. It's instinct. I don't know. It just felt, and everybody seems to welcome him in that way. Say, no, an older doctor, a fiercer doctor. That just suddenly everyone seems to be thinking the same way. I don't know why. You sort of ride the wave rather than direct it.
See, there was a lot of speculation before Peter was confirmed that we might be seeing our first female doctor. Was that something you ever seriously considered, and do you think eventually that might be something that would happen?
I think, I've been feeding the dialogue in for years. Now, since I took it over, I've been just throwing the dialogue in that says it's biologically possible for that to happen. But as I say, the moment it will happen when someone goes, I know the perfect doctor, and that's a lady doctor. But that's how it'll happen. It won't happen for any other reason or in any other way. But you know what? I don't think Capaldi's going for a while. So let's not discuss his replacement. I think he'll be very cross and Scottish about it if we start doing that.